or what our ambassadorship is about when it comes to your super mom. Okay. Super mom with a pink drink, girl. Super mom with a pink drink. Sometimes two pink drinks. I don't know how people mama without it. I really don't know how that people mama without it. Somebody else joined us. I don't know who it is, but yes. So anyway, I had this thought tonight about what we should be about as Plexus ambassadors, right? And specifically Plexus ambassadors for this team, if you call us a team, right? I don't know if I like that name. This community of Plexus ambassadors. And I came up with this acronym because I love acronyms and I love alliterations. I love anything that rhymes, anything that reminds me that like of something. That's how I basically got myself through engineering school. Was I had an acronym for everything. I could tell you sine, cosine, tangent, as Sally can tell, Otis has a hat on always, right? Adjacent over hypotenuse. I have all these different acronyms in my head and sayings to memorize things. So I kind of thinking, for us to remember what we're about on this team, I came up with an acronym called L.E.A.D, all right? So humor me for a minute and let's just talk through that. So the L for lead means love. Of all things and above all things, we lead as ambassadors with love, okay? Love comes first. Relationships come first. That is, pink drink is amazing, Adrian. And y'all comment. You can comment below. I just may not get to them to the end because otherwise my ADD kicks in and I can't keep up. But I do love your comments. So above all else, we lead with love, right? We in relationships. And so that means sometimes if we're in the business of sharing Plexus, and I call it business, but if we're in the mode of sharing Plexus and somebody is just quite not getting it, or they think we're just kind of full of baloney and they're skeptical, that we need to step way back and we need to love them first, because not everyone is where we are in mindset, right? Some people are in a mindset of skepticism. Some people are in a mindset of just being in a lot of pain and being in a place where they don't believe that anything could actually help them. Some people are not in a good place, right? So they're just not, the timing's not right. And why I say lead with love is because I was talking to Clarice and Sharon, some of my Canadian friends, yesterday, and talking to them about how I don't even know how it came up, but I was basically talking about how I can always usually hit numbers. I mean, you guys have seen me on leadership boards for selling and sharing Plexus, and the reason why is because I usually can close a deal, right? And I can usually get people to get off the fence and purchase the products. They buy into my passion. I am extremely passionate about these products. I'm extremely passionate about holistic health. I'm extremely passionate about gut health, blood sugar, inflammation, all those things that are root causes. And because of that, they buy into my passion, but then in 1 week, 2 weeks, or even a month later, they wane and they don't keep up with it. They're not consistent. They're not really committed. I'm not there standing there being their cheerleader 24 hours 7, and then they fall off the wagon. And a lot of that is because I did not necessarily lead with love. I didn't stop and listen. So that could be another word for the L, is listen to them and figure out, is this the right timing for them? Are they in the right place for this? Are they in the mindset? I was just thinking numbers. I got to reach my goals, right? Because I'm a goals kind of girl. So I'm thinking I got to reach those goals, and then they quit on me, which is crappy. So if we will first listen and lead with love, we will not get in those situations near as much, and realize that sometimes you just got to love people where they are and just be a example, and they will come on board eventually. I'm telling you, I'm in 2.5 years into this thing, and I have people joining me all the time now, right? So just because, and they've been watching me for years. So lead with love and just step back and listen, and know that it's not everybody's in the right place to start. We want them to feel well. We want them to feel better. Spring is on here. She was on here. I don't know if she's still on here, but basically she's been watching Amanda and I for a long time, and she's bought probiotics from somebody else and that sort of thing, but she just wasn't in the right place for it yet, right? So, but did we stop loving her? No, we kept loving her and just listening, and trying to be a good friend, and look at her now. She loves her pink drink. She can't go without her Vital Biome, right? It's helping her mama well. And so the L is for love. E is for educate, all right? So educate. We have to educate. And I want this group to be about learning, even if you're not what I call a green person, a green personality, which is the sciencey, geeky part that just loves the products and loves how they operate, right? You can still know enough to educate. And if you don't know enough, you can borrow knowledge from some of the rest of us. And that's what that Plexus Products 101 group is for, right? It is amazing for you to educate. And you can take some of those posts and just put them out there, or you can save them to your phone and you can help educate. There are tons of videos out in our virtual office. There are tons of YouTube videos. You can find Jill Wernes, Wernes. She's a holistic health coach. She loves Plexus. She talks about it. Brooke Hemingway is almost double diamond. She's a registered RN. Her husband is a doctor. She loves the product. She does some great videos on that. Ame, a Darling, AIMEE. Darling is a not licensed nutritionist, right? And she loves the product. She does some great videos. You can go search those people out on Facebook, search them out on YouTube, and you could take their videos and use them to educate, right? So just educate. It doesn't have to be long blurbs. It could just be, hey, did you know gut health is linked to 70% of your immune response? It's 90% of your serotonins are from your gut. That's just educating people, right? So we don't have to be all sciencey to be able to educate. So love, educate, and the A is for act, okay? So every day we're around people, and you'll get really, as the more you go along with this gig and these products and that sort of thing, you'll be listening and you'll hear somebody say, I am so tired of my migraines. I am so tired of fighting allergies. I'm so tired of being sick. I'm so tired of being overweight. I'm so tired of my arthritis and my hands hurt and that sort of thing. And you just begin to, yes, it's amazing how much gut health affects our health. It is. It's amazing. And you'll hear things, and I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you. I want to push you just a little bit outside of your comfort zone to act upon the things that you hear. Don't jump on somebody, but just listen, back to the L, right? In love. And you begin to, you begin to act. You just begin to naturally begin to say, hey, so tell me what's going on with you. You've got migraines. Did you know, here we're back to the education piece, right? The E piece. Do you know migraines can be linked to magnesium deficiency? It could be your blood sugar, right? And you begin to just act. Hey, I've got some products that I have been using and they potentially could really help you. Can I send you some more info? Or, can I put you in a 3-way message with somebody like your sponsor and just begin a dialogue like that? Or would you be interested in hearing about these products that might be able to help you with that? Just act, all right? So begin to just kind of step outside of your comfort zone and act. You'll feel the tugging when somebody, and I have sat in restaurants before, literally, and I'm like, no, Lord, I don't have time for this. I just want to eat lunch in peace. And I'll be listening to the conversation of the people behind me. I've been on airplanes before, right? My flight attendant was talking about her allergies and how bad they were and her skin issues. And I'm like, I just want to read my book and I just want to go to sleep, here on this plane. And I'm thinking, no, it's time for me to act. I've got to act. I've got to share what I know that could potentially help her. And she was very, very, very open to it. So you would never believe people are looking for ways to feel better, right? They're if you come in a place of love, a place of listening to them, and a place of just educating them, and you act upon that, you'll get response from them, most likely. And if they do reject you, remember this, please. They're not rejecting you. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting their own disbelief, or they're falling into their own disbelief that maybe this could be something that helps them. They're rejecting the notion that you may have something to help them. They're not rejecting you as a person. So I want you to remember that. That's a hard one. So lead, all right? Love above all else and listen, all right? Hello, Pam. I hope you catch the beginning of some of this. E is for educate, right? E is for educate. A is for act, all right? Just act. Feel the nudgings. I call it the nudgings of the Holy Spirit because I'm faith-based when I go, oh, I need to act. I need to tell this person about something I know that can help them. And D, the D is for dreaming, all right? And the reason why I say dreaming, some people are not dreamers. I get it. I'm a dreamer, all right? I don't get people that are not dreamers. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I get that there are people out there that don't dream. But there's a scripture that says that without vision, the people will perish. And a vision is actually the details and the plan put into place of whatever you're dreaming about. So I would encourage you, if you're not a dreamer, you do probably possibly have, like a big dreamer, you possibly have a dream. You obviously have a dream of feeling better and being healthier, losing weight, getting rid of those aches and pains, getting rid of whatever it is that ails you, or you wouldn't ever join Plexus to start with, right? So you obviously have a dream for yourself to some degree. You obviously probably have a dream maybe that your family is going to be healthier. That this is going to be a tool in your toolbox to help you shift and help you be healthier, help your family be healthier, right? And so because of that, you have a dream. You may have a dream that, hey, I don't really want to pay for my products anymore, even though I love these things. How can I get my products cheaper? How can I get them paid for? Like, how do I get a couple of customers, right? So I can help make that happen. You may have a dream that you need extra income. Maybe you need an extra $500, extra $1,000 a month to help pay for your daughter's club volleyball lessons, or whatever it is, or a medical bill. Or you may have a big dream, a dream that you could be financially free, that you could do mission work, and that you could do all these things like build health clinics in South America. That's my dream. Don't steal it. But you can come along for the dream, but don't steal it. But you may have, your dream could be in all different sizes. And what I encourage you to do is part of being a Plexus ambassador is to begin to dream again. Because once you begin to dream again, you grow. And once you're growing, you are a happier, healthier person. You will begin to start working on yourself to grow into the dream you have. And if the dream is just to be healthier and to be happier and to be a more whole person, well, then you're going to try to grow towards that. And as you grow towards that, you will begin to make small progress and you will feel alive again. And because of that, you're just a happier person. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I just wanted to share with you LEAD, right? Love, educate, act, and dream. That should be our mantra of this group, of this community of people. Some of you just signed up for wholesale pricing and you're like, I don't really want to share these products. I don't really want to be part of a team or community. I just want to take my products and live my life in peace. And that's okay. We appreciate you for being a wholesale ambassador. But I would encourage you that you have an opportunity here and you have the opportunity to help someone else potentially. So if you would just begin to listen, lead in love, and just do a little bit of educating and acting upon those nudgings that people around you are doing and saying, you become sensitive to it. Next thing you know, well, you have your products paid for, or you have a dream that's alive that maybe you could have a little extra income. There's a lot of different things that can come out of this. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that tonight. LEAD, love, educate, act, and dream. I hope that's helpful for you guys.